Here's a story time about an HOA president who thought his rules were the law. In a quiet neighborhood called Willow Creek, everything usually ran smoothly. People mowed their lawns, kids played outside, and most neighbors got along. But there was one man who took the rules a little too seriously. His name? Don Kelly, the HOA president. Don had been running the HOA for a while and believed it was his job to make sure everything was perfect. He kept track of every little detail in the neighborhood, from how tall your grass could be to what color your mailbox should be. But one day, Don got a little carried away. It started when Don looked out his window and saw his neighbor David in his backyard practicing fly fishing. David had set up a small area near the creek behind his house and was enjoying the peaceful hobby. But Don didn't like it one bit. To Don, fishing in the backyard was an eyesore. The line in the water looked messy, and he thought it didn't fit the perfect image of the neighborhood. He couldn't let it slide, so he decided to take matters into his own hands. Don called the cops and said, "Hi, I'm Don Kelly, the HOA president. My neighbor is fishing in his backyard, and it's causing a disturbance. We can't have this kind of thing in our neighborhood. Can you send someone to fix it?" The dispatcher on the other end of the line sounded confused. "Sir, fishing in a backyard? Is there a real problem?" But Don was sure he was right. "It looks bad, and it's ruining the neighborhood. Please send someone." A few minutes later, 2 police officers showed up at David's house. They walked up to him, and David was confused. I'm just fly fishing," he said. "I'm not causing any trouble." The officers asked Don about the complaint, and he explained that the fishing was ruining the neighborhood's perfect look. The officers listened, then told Don, "There's no law against fishing in your backyard. Your neighbor is not causing any problems." The officers let Don know he couldn't control what his neighbors did in their own yards, and that he needed to stop calling the police over silly complaints. They left, and David's fishing session ended. In the end, Don learned that even as the HOA president, his rules weren't the law. It was a funny reminder that sometimes people try to control things that don't really matter. Here's the full video on the story.
Perfect.
In case you get...
So there's a reason why I am not against
Who are you?
fishing. I'm Don Kelly. I'm on the board.
You're on the board too?
I am. Yes.
How long have you lived here?
8 years.
8 years.
Yeah.
Okay. I've lived here 16.
Okay.
Okay.
So why wouldn't you just say that up front?
I did.
He did. But who are you and where do you live?
None of your business.
How do I know who you live?
It's none of your business. I know, but you don't have to tell me.
I am.
You didn't have to tell me.
All right.
I choose not to tell you because I don't have to tell you who I am.
Do you see the signs that say no fishing?
I'm not fishing.
He's got a hook on his
See that?
rod.
You want to look? Go ahead and look. Pull it. Grab the string.
All right. So you're just out. So why wouldn't you just say this?
I did. I did say this, but you guys wouldn't listen.
There were hooks on it before.
All right.
It's called fly fishing and practicing. I told him that from the very beginning. Okay? So it's none of your business.
Well, it is.
Because I'm in my neighborhood where I
Our
belong and I pay as well as you.
As well as
correct.
Us who volunteer
I'm
our
in
time
public.
to try to keep this place
So
nice.
run for public office. Why don't you run for public office?
Why
Is that a board? The board, the board's terrible.
That's because nobody else will even. Okay.
The board is terrible.
I know. And that's
It
why
doesn't
you
matter.
volunteer so much.
The board doesn't matter. The
You're
board
a
doesn't do
fucking
it.
prick. I'll wait for the
No, go ahead. Ask Sir Matt Beiser. Have Matt Beiser come over, Sergeant. He's in charge of everybody else.
Brad.
If he's on, tell him to come on over.
Brad's in Florida.
None of them will come over. I've already talked to him about it. I already talked to him how you guys harass me continually when I come out here and do this, and they laugh.
Because you don't even tell us who you are.
Because it doesn't matter. I live in the neighborhood.
You want everybody walking up the road, coming here, ignoring the signs, fouling up
No.
the fountains.
I'm in.
$2,000 to
I
fix the
am.
fountains last night.
I live in the neighborhood.
Cost us,
I
you, me, everybody.
am not causing any fouling of
How do
anything.
we know? That's the
It's
point.
none of your business.
When we catch people fishing,
What are you
how
gonna
we
do
know
to
whether
them?
they have something on
What
the
are you
end of
gonna
their
do
rod
to
or
them?
not?
What are you gonna do to them if you do?
They're here, so.
Huh? What are you gonna do to them if they do catch somebody fishing? You're an HOA board.
Yeah,
It
and
doesn't matter.
There's reasons why we can't allow it. If you come to the
I
meetings,
can't
we can
allow
tell-
it.
Yes.
Is it a law?
It's an
yes,
HOA
it's
rule.
insurance issue.
It's
Yes,
an
it is.
HOA issue. So why did you call the police?
Because you weren't telling us who you were, and there are no fishing signs posted everywhere.
Why would the police be involved in something that's not a
know,
police
we'll ask
matter?
them.
Okay.
They're right
We'll
there.
ask.
Oh, great. We'll go ahead and ask them when they come, and then we'll find out who's right and who's wrong. Okay. I can't wait. Do you mind? I'll send me your email address, or
Whatever.
send it to him, and when you're on YouTube, and you see that you're harassing a
whatever.
fisherman
Yeah.
in public in the HOA,
You think that
the
bothers
YouTube
me? You think I
loves.
live on YouTube?
The YouTube loves
I
HOA
bet they do.
presidents
That's great. I hope you
and
get a
board
lot of
members. I hope so. I can monetize that.
Awesome.
That is awesome. I could use it after.
Monetize it.
Yeah, I'm a pretty famous guy. It's surprising you don't know who I am, and you should know who I am. I'm probably the most famous guy in the neighborhood, actually.
Yeah. Well, I guess.
Yeah, I'll be even more famous now. Actually, you're probably helping me, which would be great during this season. Just put 2 and 2 together. That's all you got to do.
I don't care. All I'm
Okay,
here is
then
to
go
tell you
away.
not fishing.
Then
Don't
go.
fish.
Then
It's
go away.
private property.
It's my private property that I pay for.
That is controlled by a board that's elected by all residents.
That is not breaking any law whatsoever. And you called the police. What a waste of time and resources you did. All you had to do was walk away and say, there's nothing I could do because I'm just an HOA board member and this guy isn't breaking any law. That's all you had to do. But you didn't. You had to harass me. Oh, let me get.
He says he does. He won't even tell us.
Where's Matt? Is Matt Meister on today?
Who?
Matt Meister?
Lieutenant Visor?
Yeah.
No, he's not on tonight.
He's not on tonight. Okay.
No, he's not. You two go with my partner here? Sure. I'm going to talk to you, sir.
You betcha. I'm going to record. Is that
That's
okay?
Fine, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm recording as well. I'm Officer Fuller. Watch that, sir. What's going on?
They came up and harassed me while I was practicing my fly casting.
Okay.
And which is I think that isn't that against the law in Ohio to harass somebody who's fishing?
Well, it depends.
Okay.
So there is a sign that says no fishing, no trespassing.
Okay.
It comes down to where do you live.
Right. I live here.
You can prove that to me.
Yes.
Do you have your ID?
Yes. Did I break the law?
Well, I don't know that yet.
That's the key.
You see what I'm saying there?
So
I need to determine.
You got to determine if
you-
I'm breaking a law before I can give you my ID.
Okay.
What law have I broken?
Right now, nothing.
Okay. Then I don't need to show you my ID.
Okay.
But don't worry about it. I live here, so you're covered. I'll show you my website too when you're done. Yeah, I'm good friends with him, Matt. Matt's a buddy of mine.
What was your name?
We do triathlons together.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
What was your name?
David.
David.
I'll keep my last name for the moment, just because these guys want to make up some fine against me.
Let me.
You got to see the video. They were threatening me with fines that they don't even exist yet. And I told them I wasn't even
So
practicing.
here's the thing.
Here, look
The
at
reason I'm asking.
look
you-
at. There's nothing on the end. I'm throwing a line into water, and I told them that in the video.
So this is my only thing here. Okay. Is can you just tell me what road you live on?
I live on Brighton Lane,
Perfect.
right
Do you
there.
have like numerics?
Huh?
Do you have numerics for me? Because if they tell me to trespass you, I'm going to tell them it's civil. And then I have nothing to do with it. That's why I'm asking for your address. Not to
Yeah,
try
I
to keep you
can't give it to you because I
You
haven't
don't
done
want
anything wrong, and you know that's basically IDing myself. And then they're threatening me with fines and stuff. It's nothing against you.
Yeah, sure.
That's why I said Matt Beiser got him on the phone. Be glad to talk to him, but I understand he's off, so that's okay.
All right.
I actually talked to you guys when I talked to one of you guys when we were at that truck rally.
Okay. On Union Center.
Yeah, and I told them that I had gotten harassed before down here, and I said, and it was one of your lieutenants who's normally on a detective. It was a detective that happened to be working that night, and I said, yeah, they're going to call police on me, and
What did they tell you?
they said, oh my God, we'll laugh at them if they try to call.
No. I'm asking.
Oh, what they say? They said that they're gonna try to find out who I am so they can make up a fine against me and that I'm trespassing. But yet they admit I'm not breaking the law. But then they called you. You want to see the video? I'll show you.
Sure. I mean, did they threaten you with any physical violence?
No, but they just
was-
swear and so forth. Neither one of us did.
So it was just kind of all about fines.
It's all about their power of the HOA board, which is
Did you
it's
sign
ridiculous.
in HOA?
Yeah, what we all do when we live here.
And you're not even actually catching fish.
No.
You're just throwing line.
Right. I'm gonna come up behind you and video also.
So here's my deal. There's nothing illegal about throwing a line in his water. He's not even fishing. Second,
But he was
he has no right.
previously.
He doesn't have to give me his ID. He doesn't break a law. Anything between you two is civil at this point. So if you want to take him to civil court, that's your right. If you want to take them to civil court, that's your right. I can't make him ID myself to him. And if you want to look, there's nothing on that line. It says no fishing, no trespassing. He lives on up here in here. I've confirmed that. He's not catching fish. There's nothing illegal about throwing a line in the water.
But how do we know, in trying to enforce our HOA rules, how do we know whether at any point in time someone is just practicing or if they're fishing?
Maybe I ask him.
I tried.
Sure.
I tried. It ended up.
I answered that several
He
times
did
to
have a
you.
hook on it earlier.
I
This is
told
what
you
I'm
I
gonna
was
say.
practicing.
This is
And
all
I even
civil.
pointed out the
I
rod.
cannot do anything at this point.
Thank
So
you
I'm
very
gonna
much.
have- Just he's not. I've confirmed. I'm telling you, he's not fishing. He's throwing a line. If he wants to do that, that's his right. If you want to have the HOA thing, that's all civil. That is up to you. But I can't make him do anything at this point. And I would just ask you to let's walk away together so this can end civilly. I don't
Well, I
want to
parked
see
down
this.
here.
That's
Oh,
fine.
And
Sure.
don't waste my
It's-
time
I,
anymore.
I'm not against fishing. I am. It's a rule that we have to keep
Yeah.
the fountains from being
And
fouled.
and had he not
Like
lived in this neighborhood, then I possibly would have a crime, trespassing. But it's not. It's all civil.
And all you could do is kick me off the land anyways.
But I can't do anything. I can't even make him ID himself to me. Okay.
I told you it
I'm
was a waste
sorry.
of time.
Can you ID his address so I know he lives
I have no
here?
crime.
It's none of your business.
I have no crime unless I have no. I've already. The only thing is, even the fishing part. That's all civil. So for me to make him give me his name, date of birth, address, I'd have to have reasonable suspicion or probable
Reasonable
cause to
articulable
believe
suspicion.
that he is involved in criminal activity, which I don't. So I can't make him do that. I do.
But it's trespassing if he's not a resident.
But he is,
But how can you know that?
because he told me his address, and he in fact does know one of our lieutenants. So
It helps to know people.
my hands are.
I also
tied.
know George
I'd love to
Lang.
help both of you, but I can't.
Can you
Well,
tell us
these guys are
where
assholes.
he lives?
I get it.
I'm
So
not
that
gonna do
we
that.
know.
I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to violate his
That's okay.
privacy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It would be my
hands-
civil
I get it.
rights.
It's all civil.
I get
And
it.
he's
I
doing
get
a
it.
good
I get it.
job.
So
I get it. And-
my job here is to make sure this doesn't escalate at this point.
And well, the whole point of this wasn't to be assholes, just so you know.
You want to see
I'm
the
not
video?
against fishing.
You want to see the video of you cussing at me and swearing at me?
Of me cussing at
You're
you?
gonna see that video
I
on
know,
YouTube.
You're internet famous, I know.
No, I'm not internet famous. I'm just the most famous person in this neighborhood, and I'm surprised you don't know who I am. Let's just say I think you're probably both Republicans. So
Okay.
Well, that's easy.
So then we're not going to go there. We're not going to escalate this. Let's just walk away. I cannot do anything.
thank you,
And I do
officer.
not want to have to do something that would.
No,
I don't want
I
this
get
to
it.
escalate to a criminal.
I'll go.
matter.
I'm parked over there. on
Perfect.
20.
Thank you,
Okay?
Officer
Thank you
Fuller.
for coming out.
And
I
what was your
appreciate
name?
it.
Arnold.
I'm sorry.
Thank
to
you,
waste your
Officer
time.
Arnold. That's my dad's
And-
name.
This is-
Oh, really?
You understand? Like, my
I
hands are
First
tied.
name.
completely.
Yeah, I got two.
Completely.
I got two first
All
names.
right.
Yeah.
See you. Come on.
So
Like I
my
said,
mother,
we can do-
my mother was Beverly Linda.
Yeah, I get you.
She was born Beverly Linda. So in school, everybody did know what her first name was.
So,
It was either Beverly or was it Linda?
Okay, I see what you're
It's
saying.
it. Yeah. Same deal with you.
as an HOA,
Have a great day, guys. Thanks.